Septic.com newsletter speaking today with Mark Forrest, Barnstable County Commissioner. Thanks so much for having this conversation with me.
Oh no, it's my pleasure, Grady. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, awesome. So we recently saw that just today you guys have voted to expand the AquiFund program, providing low to no interest loans to Cape homeowners that are looking to hook up to septic systems or also just replace their septic system wholesale, depending. Do you mind talking a little bit more about how much money is being put towards the effort, and basically why do you think it needs this boost?
Well, this what we call it now is the AquiFund, and it used to be called the Septic System Loan Fund, but really its purpose has been broadened and its scope has been expanded. As I think everyone knows, wastewater is a huge challenge for us on Cape Cod, and the AquiFund is one of the critical tools that we have at Barnstable County to help address it. The AquiFund provides financing to homeowners that need to upgrade their septic systems, or if in their community there is a sewer hookup that needs to be made, they can get some financial help under this program. So at today's county commissioners meeting, we had actually discussed the latest developments with the program and agreed to endorse an initiative to secure $13 million in funding from the State Clean Water Trust. And that's a program that is operated statewide, but funds have been set aside in the past to finance these improvements here on Cape Cod. And that requested amount of funding is going to be sufficient, to get us through the next year or two. So we endorsed that request. We've had a great relationship with our friends at the State Executive Office of Environmental Affairs, as well as at the Clean Water Trust. These are the folks that oversee the funding source we're talking about, and we look forward to a continued relationship and an ongoing partnership with them.
All right, that is awesome. I know we got the director of the Massachusetts Alternative Septic System Test Center, Brian Baumgartel, who's been kind of on this as well, trying to emphasize the importance. Has his role in this been really useful to be able to have somebody actually involved in the technology? What do we need? When do we need it? Stuff like that.
Well, Brian wears many hats, and his involvement in this program has been critical. One of the things we do in addition to financing septic system upgrades is, he operates and oversees our septic system test center as well. And Barnstable County has played an incredibly important role in facilitate innovation. We need to facilitate more innovation in the wastewater space. That means finding new and innovative ways and hopefully less costly ways to treat and deal with wastewater, whether it's from, a septic system or from other areas. And the Septic System Test Center has been in operation for quite some time, going back to 1998, and the county's leadership in this initiative has been very, very important, and Brian has obviously done an outstanding job.
So we recently saw as well, business tour, the need for the Cape Cod Commission really better get full delegation and state officials on board, so the Cape and Islands Water Protection Fund is going to get stretched thin. She was urging for more investment in that fund. Is this something you're getting some off on tied in with that? Is that a separate thing? Do you mind talking more as well, commenting on that issue that we're starting to face with that fund?
Yeah, the Cape and Islands Water Protection Fund is sort of a separately established fund. I am on the fund board, and it's important to note that the fund has been in existence for several years now. It takes revenues from an Airbnb tax or a rooms tax and sets aside the funds that would have otherwise gone to the state. It sets aside the funds to capitalize this program. It's been very, very important in helping towns finance wastewater projects in their communities. For example, the town of Yarmouth, they went to town meeting last year and secured almost unanimous support for a $207 million wastewater project. And this Cape and Islands Water Protection Fund is an important component of financing that project. So the letter that you're referring to was a letter from Christy Senatore, the Cape Cod Commission, staffs the fund, and the fund board of directors, which I am on. We wanted to get on record with the administration the need for improving the financial position of the fund, because the costs of these projects are growing, they're increasing, they're becoming much more costly, and actually because the fund exists. And again, we have to credit the Cape and Islands legislative delegation for this work. They did a great job in getting this approved and getting it adopted by the legislature. And this fund has been a huge success. And so the demand for funds has grown considerably. So the board asked Christy to write a letter to state officials outlining what our financial needs are. And there's some discussions going on right now about providing some additional financing from the state to assist us in meeting some of these financial needs.
Yeah, these projects can get very costly. I know just upcoming soon, actually March 14th, I believe Yarmouth is going to be breaking ground on the next phase of their wastewater plans. But I think that's a over $207 million initiative with that. Already approved at 2023 town meeting, I do believe. But just kind of goes to show that it's a lot of money required for these efforts.
Well, if you look ahead over the next several years, this decade will probably be the one in which we've probably spent the most in our history on wastewater. We've added up, if you add up what's in the pipeline right now and what we've done, by the end of this decade, it'll be close to $1.7 billion in wastewater infrastructure financing. And Yarmouth and Barnstable are probably two of the biggest towns, but there are a host of other communities that are coming online with projects soon: Harwich, Mashpee, Falmouth, and so on. Just about every town on Cape Cod has a project sort of in the queue. And what we need to be able to do is sustain the momentum on wastewater investments. And this Cape and Islands Water Protection Fund is a critical component of our overall financing program. But keeping it going, keeping it solvent, adding more funds into that program will help us sustain the momentum and making real strides in terms of cleaning up polluted waters here on Cape Cod.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for the update. Love to see kind of how that goes going forward. Love to get you back at the studio or on the phone as the follow-up. But in the meantime, I think that's all the questions that we have. Thank you so much, Mark, for this.
All right, Grady. Happy to help. You take care.